Why did the Federation hate Samus Aran? She was the undisputed hero of the galaxy, so why couldn't they be satisfied with that? Well, let's take a look. Hello and welcome back to the Lore Raider, the home of Metroid content on YouTube with a spattering of Bayonetta and Tomb Raider on the side. Welcome. By the time of the end of the series, Metroid Dread, the latest game in the timeline, Samus' relationship with the Galactic Federation was rather complicated. In Other MG uncovered the Federation had a splinter faction within itself called the Ringleaders that tried to harness Mother Brain and her powers and the powers of the space pirates. And after the Federation try and screw her over during the events of Metroid Fusion, there is some evidence Samus was in hot water with them before it was all smoothed over by Dread. So, what's going on? Why is the Federation oftentimes so hostile to Samus Aran when she's only trying to help? Well, the first answer can be seen quite clearly in Samus' relationship with Adam Malkovich. Certainly, Adam had his own personal issues with Samus, as we all know, but his problem with Samus being an unaccountable force, someone who can act without direct oversight, and that being a problem is probably a position many Federation officials agree with. We see in both Federation Force and in Fusion that whenever possible, the Federation will try to keep Samus under control, and under their control specifically. Simply put, the Galactic Federation doesn't like someone so powerful being able to act with impunity. And indeed, Samus has gone against their direct interests at times. Samus ruined the Federation's ability to use Phazon by utterly destroying Dark Samus and Phase along with her. She repeatedly thwarted their plans to use the Metroids, outright refusing to hand the last Metroid of SR-38 to them and giving it to Ceres. And even when she had been a soldier working under the Federation, she was well known for not accepting authority, and that is one of the reasons she left to become an independent bounty hunter. So control was certainly one of the main aspects to why the Federation was so hostile, but we've only teased the other problem that they had with her power level. Or rather, their own lack of power relative to her. The Galactic Federation, from the common civilian to the top brass, knows Samus Aran is the strongest in the galaxy. It is why we learn in the manga all the top jobs go to Samus almost exclusively, and she's often called in to bail the Federation out of trouble, not the other way around. Whilst the common man might be happy to accept this, the military is not, and who can blame them? There's not a single conflict they fought where they didn't need Samus. During the Federation Pirate War, pre-Zero Mission Samus was still completing missions thought impossible by everyone else. It was Samus who saved the chairman of the Federation from an assassination attempt. It was Samus who managed to break the unbreakable Zebes fortress. It was Samus who had ultimately defeated Dark Samus and ended the Phazon crisis. And it was Samus who exterminated the Metroids after the Federation's so-called elite police officers perished. It had to be particularly embarrassing and put the Federation's own lack of strength into perspective. This is why after the Phazon crisis, we see the Federation try and become less reliant on Samus. In Federation Force, they launched, the Federation Force, with Samus-like mech suits to do battle with. Then they attempted to use Mother Brain for themselves, and by Metroid Dread, had tried to use the EMMI to outsource the problem altogether, only for those EMMI to get hijacked almost immediately. When you look at it from an outside perspective, the Federation seems outright inept, doesn't it? So the Federation could not control Samus, and certainly their entire army was no match for her in a fight. Is that it then? A selfish government biting the hand that feeds them? Well, no. And I'm going to give the Federation the benefit of the doubt here, but to an extent their fears are justified. Hear me out. The universe of Metroid is a dangerous one with ancient and deadly threats around every corner, and so far the Federation has needed Samus to bail them out of virtually every crisis. But Samus, even with her Chozo genetics, will not live forever, and there's no guarantee she'll remain good forever. Perhaps Samus will fall in battle, or not be able to handle multiple threats at once. The point being that the Federation certainly knows that relying on one freelance individual is not sustainable. particularly when that individual is fiercely independent and against authority by nature. It makes sense then that the Federation would take steps to defend itself, empower itself, and take precautions against Samus. We know Samus is one of the good guys, but to some random generals, Samus is out here destroying planets and wiping out entire species. What happens if she one day decides to side against the Federation? This doesn't excuse the Federation for trying to bump off Samus. The EMMI having a 99% chance to kill Samus is so painfully overkill, how can they not be trying to kill her? But I hope it at least puts into perspective the Federation's concerns. No civilization can survive on the good graces of one being. That is no doubt what they're thinking. But that is all I have for today. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below, but you know I leave you. Be safe, be wise, and please pray for a true peace in space. Take care.